The top 3 issues that affect students are customer service, safety and security, and graduation and retention. I am on my platform, as many of you have already seen, I propose that we fix these issues by having a clear and defined parking policy, more patrols, better lighting here on our university campus, and we aim to make sure that the red alert system is properly implemented throughout the university campus. Also, for customer service, what I'm trying to do currently, we're trying to have the food service focus group. And what we do is we get your students' input to make sure they have a choice in what they eat in the caf. So that's how we improve customer service, and by having service accountability throughout the university. And finally, graduation and retention. A lot of times, you get to your senior year, one class holds you back from graduating because you didn't know you were supposed to take it. So basically, within graduation and retention, what we're trying to do is make sure we have a good academic advising system here on our university campus. Also, in my platform, I've stated that I'm trying to have freshman outreach and mentor programs and faculty improvement and accountability throughout our university campus. Thank you.
The top 3 issues that I believe that are facing the students here at Winston-Salem State University is, as my opponent said, 1, safety, then it goes to financial stability and pride. I say safety because each and every one of us on this campus wants to be safe when we walk to our cars, when we go about this campus at nighttime, wherever we go, and it is the obligation of this university to ensure our safety on this campus. And that's what we must do, and that's why on my platform, I state that we must create an SGA safe team. Part of the SGA that actually dedicates itself to going around and doing things specifically on safety. Second, financial stability. How can we worry about graduating if we cannot pay tuition and fees at this university? How can we do that? That is why we must think about financial stability. Currently in this state right now, we do not know for those who are student loans if you'll be able to have a loan next year to come back. And that's why we need to make sure that we're doing everything possible to make sure that the students are financially stable. As the NAACP, one of its core principles for the North Carolina Youth and College Division, which I am the president of for the 2nd term, is financial stability. And we have been doing that in the NAACP, making sure that individuals are financially stable. And the last, pride, which also incorporates customer service. We have to make sure that the students of WSSU feel like they have a stake in WSSU. And in order to do that, SGA needs to make sure that you are at the table when decisions are made. Not an elite group of individuals making decisions for over 6,400 students. No, that is not how it happens. Each and every one of you have an opinion, and they need to be articulated in a way that we can know that you have a stake in the decisions that have been made. And that happens by you knowing what is going on this campus.
The next question, Mr. Montgomery will respond first. What new thing or idea will you bring to the campus? What new thing or idea will you bring to the campus?
There are several new things that I want to bring to this campus. Many of them have been told to me by some who are in power are not feasible, but they have not been tried. So we cannot say the feasibility of them if we have not actually tried to do them. First off, one of the biggest things that we must do from SGA standpoint is to create a more community-based university, number one. Because that involves the SGA coming to you, the students, and saying, this is our community, this is where we live, and making sure, number one, that we are together and on the same page. Under my platform, I would like to create a position called the Secretary of Community Affairs, whose stride position would be to go out into the community and to help us build bigger and better relationships for the students. Because there are some students here that when they leave, they would like to go out into the community and do things, or even when you're here right now, would like to go into the community. That's another thing that I would like to do if I'm elected to be your next SGA president. As well, the biggest and most effective thing that I would like to bring new to the Student Government Association is new new leadership. And I say new leadership, and that is because we have to be able to incorporate new people in the process. Because if it's the same people constantly making these decisions, we do not have any new input. And that is not how government works. Student government should have a constant rotation of individuals who truly represents the students and the students' opinions and wants. And that happens with new leadership. And that's what I want to bring to SGA.
Earlier, before that question, my opponent said that he wanted to have an SGA safe team. But if the campus is not safe, why were we going to put the students out on the street? That's my first question to you all. All right. Also, my new idea that I want to bring to the campus is free parking after 5 p.m. On a daily basis, many of your cars are towed and ticketed because you don't have a parking pass. Your parents can't come here and visit you on the university campus because parking is not free. So, the new idea that I'm currently working on right now, as I stand as your Vice President of Internal Affairs and your acting SGA President as Harold Rest passes in New York, I am proposing free parking after 5 on the Parking Ordinance Committee. So that's what I'm doing currently right now. Thank you.
The next question, we will begin with Ms. McCall. The question is, what do you believe are the most important duties of a student government association president? The most important duties.
The student body president serves in many entities here at the university. The SGA president is the voice of the university and the students here on the campus. So, the SGA president serves on the board of trustees in ASG, which is the Association of Student Governments that all of you all pay $1 to each year. The SGA president's responsibility is to serve here in the community and be the voice on the campus and keep the students informed. On a daily basis, you get emails from Harold Rest Pass, or from me to make sure you know what's going on when your refund check is not going to get here on the 5th day of class. Also, the SGA president makes sure that we hear your concerns. On a daily basis, we have problems. Your financial aid paperwork is lost. You have nasty attitudes in the Ramjack, and we're always here to make sure that we hear your concerns.
I believe that the question was what was the most important duties of the SGA president. And I believe that the most important duty of the SGA president, above serving on the board of trustees, above just being your president, but the SGA president must have the ability to understand the everyday and common student at WSSU. Because if you cannot understand the everyday student's plight, you cannot go into the chancellor's office and articulate their troubles and their issues. If you cannot understand the everyday student's plight, you cannot go into the board of trustees meeting and to articulate the everyday student's plight. That is why the SGA president, above all, and in their ability to accomplish anything else, you must understand the students on their level. That is first and foremost, and that is the most important duty of an SGA president.
We proceed with the last question in part 1. And it relates to some of the comments they made just a few seconds ago pertaining to leadership. And the question is as follows. How will you relate with other institutions within the university? For example, the Board of Trustees, Student Affairs, Academic Affairs. I will read the question one more time. How will you relate to other institutions within the university? The Board of Trustees, Student Affairs, and Academic Affairs. And the question goes to Mr. Montgomery first.
Relating to these offices means that you have some type of relationship. And beyond popular belief, as NAACP president, I have great relationships with all of these entities. As a resident assistant, I am obliged to work with all of the institutions in the university. As a matter of fact, this past Sunday, I had the opportunity to fellowship